Good morning. Shout out to all my my admins. I need my admins to come through. Double tap that screen when y'all get into the live. Y'all know what it is, man. DG not stopping, starting over from the very beginning, and here we go. So, man, y'all need to know that right outside of my home city, which is in, the DMV area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, these people, white nationalists, if you ask me, white scaredy cats, just look at them. They don't want to be identified. I'm going to go ahead and call this, and I'm going to coin this before anybody does, so y'all go ahead and type it in the chat. Revenge of the Nerds. Or you can just type in R.O.T. This shit is hilarious to me. Because if you was about it, at least back in a certain time, it was people who stood on business. If this was how they felt, then guess what? They let it be known, and they didn't hide it, and they didn't have to mask it and act like they weren't. At some point in time, even with this bullshit, people stood on business. But now you see a bunch of punks, and you see a bunch of people who love to antagonize more than anything. These are a bunch of antagonizers, and these people, they represent, I would say, a coward type of move. None of these people are willing to walk out here with their masks off because they're going to lose their job. Obviously, they stand next to people who are against the mindset that they are projecting right now. And if you was really, really about it, if you was really, really, really a white nationalist or fake white supremacist, then why not just jump out there? Be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Just go ahead and do it. We waiting. It ain't like, you're just going to get canceled. Or might be some people that you don't want to upset. But if you're who you are, you say you are, then why do you give a damn? I'm pro-black. That means, you know what it means. And I believe that if you're white, you should be pro-white. But how righteous is that? You see what I'm saying? Because we see pro-white. This is pro-white right here, hiding. Okay? If you're pro-this or pro-that, and you stand on the business, why are you hiding? This is no different than ICE agents. To me, this would just look like a bunch of ICE agents. The same bravado, the same scariness. And make no mistakes, folks. These are scared people. All right? Brave people don't put masks on. People who think that they're right or they're righteous don't put on masks. They stand behind what the hell they say and have no embarrassment or shame about it. So let's get into the video, y'all. Let's look at the Revenge of the Nerds. All right, 2026 Revenge of the goddamn Nerds. That's what you're about to see. And then they saying, "We blame America," or some shit like that. Let's listen. Talking about some "We blame America." Can I ask you a question? Who the hell is America? Oh, yeah, let's not forget who America is. It's just that part of America is tired of the bullshit of this part of America. Let's listen.
Yeah, you do heat stroke. All you been to the gym? How you sweat?
You need to sit, man? Don't mean crampy up here, sir. We ain't getting no AC. I had a...
We cannot have a split screen where on one side you have Christian fascists, thugs, Patriot Front, literal Nazis marching the streets of DC, talking about purging this country of immigrant blood and reclaiming the nation in the streets, while in the halls of power.
This right here looks like a MAGA lady to me. Nah, she does not have on a red hat. She has on a red shirt. But I know the language, I know the posture, I know the stature of what a MAGA supporter looks like, or a Trump supporter. I ain't even gonna say MAGA. But yeah, these people are funny to me. Double tap that screen, smash that like button when y'all get into the live, man. We in here.
Where they create law and policy that is no different. We can't have that celebration on the one side and the decent people sitting at home watching fireworks doing nothing. We need a people that's acting with...
Well, see, that's the one thing, lady, is the people that sitting home watching fireworks, they don't give a shit no more. I'm assuming she's talking about, I'm assuming she's talking about other maybe nationalities or just other people who aren't protesting. Man, we protested already. We've been protesting. We are the epitome of protest. And looking at my constituents, the people that look like me, think like me, are tired of that bullshit because you didn't listen. You had a warning. Don't forget that. So when you got the warning, you should have been out in the streets protesting just like this. And I gotta say it, man, the liberals, they look just as bad in this, because what the liberals try to do is they want to scare people. They want to say, hey, you better watch out. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. But the whole time, what are you doing? And what are you trying to do? What hands do you have in the Epstein files? So, with that being said, both sides are full of shit. But let's see who's got a higher power.
Courage and conviction and all of humanity in our hearts, and saying enough. We will not allow that cruel and brutal future.
Boy.
So, just look at this, man. This is the picture that was displayed. And a lot of people seem to believe that this is a psyop, that this is staged, that this is not real. It may be a real picture, but what's going on in the picture is some bullshit. Because first of all, we know a group of conservative men could never outnumber a woman and not bully her or pick on her. You see what I'm saying? I'm assuming that they're attempting to appear civilized by just walking past her. Nobody bothered her. Come on, man. I've been here a long fucking time, and I've seen in public, I've heard in private, might even seen some shit in private, and this is not what happens. You know what I'm saying? You could be in a Wawa late night and it's, 6 or 7 regulars and one goddamn black dude, and all of a sudden they cracking jokes and, trying to say a bunch of race baiting shit. So with that being said, I don't believe that this shit is real, because there's no fucking way that they wouldn't have bullied her. There's no way that they wouldn't have tried to intimidate her. That's not who they are. They don't respect women. That's number one. So it ain't no goddamn way one black girl will be sitting on the bus with all these goddamn people. It may have happened like this, but they just got on there and did photo ops. Who's taking the fucking pictures? You know what I'm saying? This girl don't look bothered at all. She does not look like she's scared for her life. And I believe that in this real situation, knowing who the fuck is on that bus with her, a bunch of, yeah, y'all know the usual suspects. There's no fucking way she wouldn't have got abused. There's no way she wouldn't have gotten a whole lot of shit that I know would have happened. That this shit is got to be a psyop. So this YouTuber right here does not seem to believe that this shit is true. And I could see why. I could see exactly why he don't believe this shit. Because there's just too many things that would have taken place. She probably would have got physically assaulted, at the least verbally assaulted. No fucking way. And they would have recorded it all. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Y'all believe that this shit right here really happened? Knowing the climate of the country, knowing that you got fucking, what, it looked like at least 40 people and one black girl sitting on the bus. Bogus. I'm not believing it. But we're going to listen on because there's a lot of important things that's being said in this YouTube video that's going to reveal what I've been saying for the longest goddamn time. I've been saying this the whole time. Double tap that screen, smash that like button. If you know that all of this shit right here is just a shit show that's about to end with a grand closing, hit that like button, man. Smash that like button if you know that this whole shit is a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
We got to talk about the latest. Obviously,
Hold on, let me move
fake
this up.
psyop from the left, from Democrats, from the mainstream liberal media, involving the so-called Patriot Front, who marched in D.C. during 4th of July. And as you can see here, they got this obviously staged photo op.
What y'all think? Y'all think this is staged? Because the more and more I think about it, you know, all of the shit that would have happened and none of it happened, no way.
Are currently boohoo-wide and cried about. And I want to talk about it because I just find stuff like this to be so funny.
Black women on the...
So, this dude right here is saying that this is a liberal trap where they put shit like this out and attempt to scare the hell out of the left so that they can be even more against the right, which, I mean, it's a trick that's been played in politics for the longest time. But we got to recognize it. We got to call it out and say, this shit probably didn't happen. I don't see it's possible this could be a conservative trap where the conservatives wanted to look halfway civilized instead of, you know, the image they got now of pedos, allegedly, people being convicted of all types of child or kitty corn, people being convicted of child predatorial actions. So maybe they're trying to clean up their image. I don't know what the hell it is, but I can tell you this. I don't believe that this happens. This reminds me of Chud the Builder looking like goddamn Kyle Rittenhouse. Y'all remember that? So it's a lot of stuff on here that's, nowadays we're talking media and where people put a whole bunch of bullshit out hoping to grab the easily persuaded mind. Hoping to grab the easily persuaded mind. This shit is crazy.
Metro here in Washington, surrounded by those folks from the Patriot Front, and then on the left.
And this is a Democratic news outlet. I don't know if it's a CNN or what the hell it is, but either way, they're really trying to spook the people with this bullshit.
Left is that classic photo of Elizabeth Eckford surrounded by fellow students at Little Rock Central High School. She is one of the Little Rock Nine. The parallels here, the symmetry here is startling, Michelle.
That photo is probably Pulitzer worthy. It's a little early to start talking about that, but that photo is one instance of a woman on a bus surrounded by people who are wearing masks, who are about to march in Washington.
Now, I want y'all to listen to what this woman says, because although the outlet that she's on, she's a guest, but the outlet that she's on is a liberal outlet. But the things that this lady in pink right here is about to say is what I've been saying for the longest time. And this shit rings true. So listen up.
And carrying Confederate flags. But I see that photo and I see America's workplaces. I see America's school systems. I mean, those men are wearing masks.
Yep. Doctors, teachers, lawyers, possibly, I ain't gonna say judges. I don't think no judge crazy enough to get out there with these fools. But every other fucking profession that you can think of, or every other American job or employment, these are the people that we're seeing right here, right now. Firefighters, police. Y'all remember January 6th, it was all kinds of big, people with jobs in places like the fire department, police department. They was all down there, man. So pay attention.
They go and they surround.
But first of all, man, smash that like button. Right back up.
By now, many of you have no doubt seen this shocking, stark image taken on the 4th of July in Washington, D.C. on the Metro from Reuters. It's the picture of a young girl sitting alone and brave, a young black girl surrounded by all of these white, masked men, too afraid to show their faces in public. These are members of a group that calls itself the Patriot Front, though they're obviously not patriots in terms of their bigotry.
Scared ass dudes.
And it's hard to call a group that won't show their front a front of any sense. So let's just call them the PFEs. I'll tell you about the PFEs. After the disastrous, murderous Charlottesville Unite the Right rally in 2017, the PFEs split from a different hate group, the white nationalist group called Vanguard America. Vanguard America apparently was too Nazi adjacent, and the PFEs wanted to be more cloaked in American patriotism. Since almost all of them hide their faces, here is what we know about them. According to extremism experts, they are headed up by this one guy, Thomas Rousseau. He's 27. He does show his face in public. He has been accused through the years of being part of a group that vandalized a statue of tennis legend Arthur Ashe, part of a group that was arrested for plotting to disrupt a gay pride parade in Idaho. It's basic bigoted punk loser behavior. And honestly, that's the whole vibe when you dive deeper and learn more about who these guys are. Sad young white guys with little going on in their lives who seem to blame everyone else, the Jews, the blacks, the gays, whatever, for their sad situations. We learn their identities when on occasion they run afoul of the law. Jacob Zack, for example, was 19, living at home in Illinois when he was arrested for gun charges.
Now listen, we got the worst of the worst. Motherfucker living home with his parents, catching fucking sex charges, allegedly. Let me just say that because YouTube. Now, what the fuck is he contributing to American society outside of that bullshit right there? And why in the fuck will we listen to him about his ideologies and shit? He out here doing a bunch of stupid shit. But this man about to run down and tell you what all these motherfuckers is doing.
For example, was 19, living at home in Illinois when he was arrested for gun charges. Geoffrey Cross was 33, arrested in Houston on gun charges. A former Army private, he did 5 years in prison for distributing controlled substances. The New Yorker magazine a couple years ago did a deep dive on the PFEs.
I'm used to them doing black people like this. So it's kind of weird seeing them dig up charges on these dudes. This is some new shit.
It kind of was summed up by this one passage. Quote, a Nazi Watch website reported that a Seattle area Patriot Front member was, quote, known for his extreme social awkwardness and, quote, incel-like behaviors, and was, quote, so subservient to his network director that he would and has peed in a bottle on the highway rather than be a mere few minutes late to a meeting. So don't be fooled by a parade of men acting tough, walking down the street. You take off those masks and they are exactly who you think they are.
White nationalists with Confederate flags were seen marching through Washington, D.C. on Independence Day. Hundreds of people took part, many of whom covered their faces.
I cannot tell you how desperate this shit looks. This shit looks very desperate. And you would only do some shit like this out of fear. Fear is the only emotion that could cause people to do some shit like this. It ain't out of bravery. I'll tell you that shit right now, because bravery, you wouldn't have no fucking mask on. Can we agree with that? If you was fucking brave and proud of what you was doing, you don't wear no fucking mask. That's just it. That's the fucking cut and dry. You's a scared motherfucker, and you gotta wear a mask to do some shit. Or, if you're not scared, then you just don't want to be revealed. But that means you have a fear of being revealed. So there you go.
And wore hats featuring the logo of the Patriot Front. The group was heard chanting the words "Reclaim America." In one image, which has gone viral online, members of the group were seen riding the DC Metro with one woman sitting on the train surrounded by them. President Trump's Interior Secretary, Doug Burgum, said he disagreed with what the group stood for, but cited their right to free speech.
Suffocate! Heat stroke! Yeah, you do. Flag, 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 flag! Reclaim America! War, liberty, victory!
Hey, y'all, this shit is funny to me. Type "Revenge of the Nerds" in the chat, please.
Flag, 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 flag! Reclaim America!
This shit's so weak.
We are Americans. We, after suffering from 1619 to the crap we just saw this weekend, have still believed in a country that has yet to not only believe in us, but show us any kind of real love. So every day, we, generation after generation, have to prove that we are worthy to be on a soil.
No, the fuck we don't. I don't know who that ain't me. And that ain't the people I fucking know. We fucking know that when they pulled up to this motherfucker with them raggedy ass boats, scurvy and rotten fucking teeth, we was fucking here. We. The people that they pulled up on, dark, woolly-haired kings and queens. Don't ever get that shit twisted. So, we're not gonna veer off. But this dude right here he not speaking for me.
In a community, in a country that we built. Racism is reactionary. And it reminds, with that photo, and if we could put it up again, reminds me of my mother's experience moving to Washington, newly married, moving into a neighborhood in Washington, D.C., and having white folks, because they were afraid of her and hated her at the same time. And the one or two other black families that moved in around that time, they fled like hell. They got out. They got away. I remember the 1960s growing up in this city, and my mama couldn't take me to certain businesses, certain parks, certain communities because we were black. That reaction to us is still what drives and animates this Republican Party today, this president today, and those groups that have latched on like a cancer so wretched and vile that there's very little that we can do about it by ourselves.
Every time a customer paid me, Square got paid.
Ahead of the festivities in our nation's capital last night, hundreds of masked members of a white nationalist group marched through parts of Washington, D.C. The group, called Patriot Front, was seen near the U.S. Capitol building and then again at Union Station Transit Center in the late morning. Many of them carried flags, including Confederate flags, while wearing white face coverings and sunglasses. They chanted phrases that are in line with white nationalist ideology. Everything remained peaceful yesterday, while bystanders, though, took...
Trust me, they carefully routed that goddamn route to make sure that they went places where they wasn't gonna be met with no fucking resistance.
Pictures and video of the group. And festivities in our nation's capital.
Black women on the metro here in Washington, surrounded by those folks from the Patriot Front. And then on the left is that classic photo of Elizabeth Eckford surrounded by fellow students at Little Rock's Central High School. She is one of the Little Rock 9.
Tired of the same old dating routine? Join the club.
Ahead of the near the U.S. Capitol building and then again at Union Station Transit Center in the late morning. Many of them carried flags, including Confederate flags. Many of them carried flags, including Confederate flags, while wearing white face coverings and sunglasses. They chanted phrases that are in line with white nationalist ideology. Everything remained peaceful. Bystanders, though, took pictures and video.